Okay, right. My name's Melanie Williams. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer in the music industry. I didn't plan to be a singer-songwriter, but I ended up going to a party in Manchester many years ago and was approached by Eric Gooden and a bass player called Pete Peart, who said, "You look like a singer, you must be a singer. Will you come and sing in this band that we have, Adventure?" They had Vivian Dixon at the time, who ended up singing with a guy called Gerald, and Doreen Edwards, who ended up singing with Simply Red and did many, many things. And I agreed to join the band. I was 17. And as soon as I joined this band, I started to hear songs in my head, and it just opened a dam inside me. And I just thought, this is it. We were being demoed, and eventually Eric and I got signed to Geffen. The price that you did pay was that they had a big say in how you created your music. So as empowered as I tried to be, as we tried to be, as a woman in music, I sometimes lost my way by saying yes when I meant no and no when I meant yes. And that's been a big journey, getting in touch with that. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear, but I call it my inbuilt bullshit detector. There was some tough experiences that put my guidance system back on. I was got quite a lucrative little thing going on where I was asked to do backing vocals and do backing vocal arrangements for bands that were trying to get record deals, and I would get, whether it was Rowetta or Lisa Stansfield or Yvonne Shelton or Denise, I started to kind of put together the sound combination that was right for the band. And this particular band, Yvonne and I were showcasing with them, and the record companies came, and they came straight over to me and Yvonne after we'd done the show, asking if we had any tapes and and ignored the band that we were doing the BVs for. So the next show that we did, when they were doing their next run of showcases, they were doing the Roadhouse, I think, and they put us in this back room with long mic leads so that we couldn't be seen, and steal their thunder. Okay, we've been really challenged to pick 3 items. This is a beautiful sculpture that I love. It's about the 3 phases of woman, and this is the first phase, which is the Maiden. The Maiden is the young, innocent, sexy goddess, alluring, sensual. And I love the fact that she's got a crystal belly with a light where you can do a little lamp lighter. And that reminds me of this big journey in music, to always listen to my inbuilt bullshit detector, which feels like listen to your gut. And from making mistakes along the way, I've learned that if I ignore that feeling, it's usually catastrophic. I make terrible, terrible decisions if I ignore that gut feeling. Which takes me to my second phase of womanhood, which is the mother. Years later, I found myself pregnant with Phoenix, and I had my son, Phoenix. And I had a dream that I had this golden fetus in my womb. And I was in Glastonbury again and went to visit my favourite artist. And there was this one, the mother with the golden fetus inside. It coincided with me having signed a new deal with Chrysalis Records. And when I actually signed the deal, I'd had Phoenix, And when I walked through the doors of the Chrysalis offices, it's the first time I'd walked through the doors, there was a huge phoenix on the door. So we actually walked through a phoenix door. My third choice is just my favourite book, one of my favourite books by definitely my favourite author, is Jitterbug Perfume by Tom Robbins. He's an amazingly multi-dimensional writer. And Jitterbug Perfume is about these characters, Alabar and Kudra, that find the secret of eternal life and the wisdom that is very much needed in the music industry. Originally, I would always be comparing my voice to other singers or gospel singers. I'm sort of half black, half white. Felt like my voice didn't fit anywhere. In fact, it was the beautiful, wonderful singer Diane Charlemagne that way back in the day was one of the people that really, really held my hand in the studio and said, you know what, Mel, just you do your thing. You're doing great. You're doing okay. Your voice, don't worry about your voice. She really nurtured me in Drone Studios in Chorlton. And she was one of the real encouragers who's very strangely, it was quite uncanny really, she actually passed away on my birthday. So wherever you are, Diane, I'm eternally grateful to you for the kindness and encouragement that you showed me when I was very unsure about my talent. Ooh, am I allowed to say that? My talent. And the way I express myself. So, yeah.